So, night two. How are we all? This was an up and down night. This was. I don't even know. This was a mixed range of emotions for me. Originally, I had a Rhea Ripley shirt on because I don't have a Seth Rollins shirt. Quickly had to change that. We'll get into it. But yeah, no, this was weird. It was like the stuff that was really positive was like massive. It was huge positivity, but a lot of the negatives were kind of minor. But there was more negatives than positives. So it's kind of a weird one. Like the only way I can describe it is that like I was really excited throughout the show, but when that kind of the high emotion of excitement wore off, you kind of the dust settled and you kind of realize that actually some negatives are coming within this positive kind of thing. Not for everything. Don't get me wrong. Not everything was bad, but there was a lot of stuff that just wasn't great here. But there was a lot of moments that would like just absolutely massive. So if I hope that makes sense. But obviously I'll go through the card. And hopefully it'll all make sense by the end. But I preferred night one. I'll be honest with you, I really did. I think the match quality on night two was maybe a bit better, maybe a little bit. Not by much though. I'd probably say they were even match quality wise, but I think if a spread of good matches, night one was probably better. And night one's definitely the night I preferred overall. So yeah, I'm curious to see what people think about this one, because I mean, unless you're a Roman Reigns, you know, how do I put this? Unless you're a die-hard Roman Reigns fan, you will have loved tonight. If you're not, then you'll probably point out where the negatives are. So anyway, we'll get into it. We'll go match by match, as I said. And yeah, let's talk about SummerSlam 2026 Night 2. So pre-warning, again, I did a lot of shouting. But if my voice starts going and stuff, I do apologise. And if you can hear my fan, again, more apologies. I am absolutely boiling. So just get those out of the way quickly as a quick disclaimer. But we started the night off with Finn Balor versus Sami Zayn. No, we didn't. Nick Aldis came out as he got reinstated on the post-show last night as SmackDown GM. And his first call as SmackDown GM was to add not one, but two opponents to Balor and Zayn to make it a fatal four-way match. First, we saw Gunther. When Gunther came out, I cheered as hell because I don't like Sami Zayn. I despise that guy as much as I probably despise Rey Mysterio right now. And I'm not the biggest Finn Balor guy because it's just a case of he's never going to get it done, is he? And his fans are absolutely intolerable. So when Gunther came out, I went, oh, these two are cooked. Gunther has got this one in the bag. And then Nick Aldis went, no, I've got one more, pal. I've got one more. Kevin Owens finally returns. I said last night, I was like, I'm buying too much into the dirt sheets about Kevin Owens coming back. And I was right to buy into it, just not where I thought I would be. So yeah, very happy to see KO. Crowd went absolutely mental, as they should have. I went absolutely mental, as I should have. And yeah, absolutely. As soon as KO came out, I was like, well, yeah, Finn Balor and Sami Zayn are double cooked. You know, these two never get it done as it is. And now you're adding Gunther and Kevin Owens. Well, these two are absolutely finished. And yeah, I was right. Finn Balor was pretty much invisible during the match. I don't remember anything that he actually did other than a coup de grace to, I believe, break up a pin. Sami Zayn was obviously doing all the stuff with Kevin Owens, and he's the one that took the pin, which quite right, because he's a bum. But yeah, this was a really good match. Yeah, there was fluid wrestling throughout. There wasn't really a dull moment in this one. There was always two people in the ring or three people in the ring, which is the best way to do a fatal four-way match. And yeah, Owens looked really good. He looked really healthy here, which was, of course, the main point. And of course, they would never have let him come back into the ring if he wasn't fully okay. But yeah, great to see him back, and I look forward to seeing him and Punk go at it. I'm very sure, Kevin Owens versus CM Punk feud is going to feed families, and I can't wait to experience it. After that, we hit our first low point. Kevin Owens coming back was a massive high point for me as far as the match goes. Big Kevin Owens guy over here. Also a big Gunther fan, so I was kind of fine either way, which way that went, because I knew that bum Sami Zayn weren't going to win, and I definitely knew Finn Balor weren't going to win. But yeah, we get to the first negative. Baron Corbin has like this really cool moveset, and yeah, he has the personality of a turnbuckle. And yeah, this really, he was talking smack, and it was just like, okay, you know, it's just something about Baron Corbin is incredibly boring. And I know people really enjoy Bum-ass Corbin, and then Happy Corbin, and then Rich Corbin, or whatever. I didn't like any of it, and I really don't like Baron Corbin. But yeah, something about this match wasn't clicking. Some people just don't work well together. It's just one of those things. It's nothing to do with the guys themselves, whether one is lacking and one isn't. It just felt really slow, felt really clunky. The interference didn't make much sense as the referee went deaf and blind halfway through the match. And then, yeah, there was kind of a moment just before Lil Yachty hitting the Baron Corbin with the cane, where they kind of just stood there. They just stood and stood. And then they finally did the spot and it was fine. Little Yachty took a table spot. I've noticed, and my brother pointed this out, is that Little Yachty takes as many bumps as possible during these matches with Trick Williams. And my only guess is he watches AEW and watches how Prince Nana does things and then copies him. Because he takes a bump every time. He kind of went through a table. He fell on the table, it broke, but he bounced off it. It looks like a pretty bad spot to take for a not wrestler human being. Yeah, I mean, I put in my notes, why is the title covered in fungi? I hate the custom design, and it seems, I've noticed this a few times now, whenever someone gets a custom title, they lose it the next time they defend it. I mean, or at least very quickly afterwards. Jack Perry, when he got the custom TNT title, lost it to Daniel Garcia fairly quickly. LA Knight got a custom United States Championship with a logo all over it, lost it not long after that. And then, again, we see it here with Trick Williams. He's only had his custom fungi-filled United States Championship for only a couple of weeks, and now he's lost it, and Baron Corbin looked like an absolute knob holding it up. It looked awful, and all I could do was laugh at him. But, well, laugh at him more than I normally do. But yeah, very disappointing result here. Trick was absolutely the right way to go. The fact that Melo didn't get added here was just disappointing as a whole. And yeah, I think it's just... I don't see the point in taking the title of Trick unless he's going to win it straight back and he becomes a two-time champion. But if this becomes a half-decent run for Baron Corbin, I'll be shocked because anything Baron Corbin does isn't half-decent. And yeah, I feel like unless Trick Williams is moving up to the main event, if he stays in the mid-card after this, when there's no point in taking the title off him, and this was a stupid idea. And then after that, we had one of, if not the biggest moment of the weekend. And you can say, oh, it's only the Women's Championship. It's only for an interim title. I don't give a shit. This was the biggest... I mean, okay, right. Okay. Kevin Owens coming back is a pretty big moment. But as far as fan reaction goes, online and in the audience and everyone else, I think everyone can agree on one thing. Chelsea Green is the most deserving championship winner of a match I think we've ever had in a long time. I'd argue probably since Jeff Hardy won his World Championship. But yeah, the result here though is massively going to shadow the quality of the match. Because as a ladder match, this was awful. Like, okay, yeah, it was a fun ladder match for the most part. But was there any big spots? Yes, there was one. It was rubbish. It was like we didn't get a sixth person, which okay, I bought into a little bit that we were going to get a sixth person, but you know, as soon as Charlotte or as soon as Jada sat Charlotte, we knew we weren't going to get a sixth person, which was kind of disappointing. But that's okay. But again, it was just it's probably the most basic ladder match I've ever seen. Like again, the only person that took big spots here was Tiffany Stratton. Which, fair play to her. I like the fact that Blake Monroe didn't get involved either. I was fully expecting her to cost Tiffany Stratton the match. But, yeah, I mean, the powerbomb from Last Legend to Tiffany Stratton on the ladder was absolutely fantastic. Well done to those two for that one. But, yeah, just no big spots. Wasn't the best ladder match. I can't tell you. I was shouting so much. When Chelsea looked like she was going to win the first time, and then Michin and Beefab came out, I nearly broke my TV. I can't stand Michin and Beefab, and I'm a big fan of Michin, by the way. I think Mia Yim is a fantastic wrestler who should be doing a lot more than what she's doing right now. But at the minute, her character, what she's doing with Kay Cargill, is intolerable. And the fact that they came out and nearly cost Chelsea in the match, I was livid. Luckily, everything turned around and the result was what it was. But there was a moment where I was absolutely losing my shit at the TV. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Best result of the weekend we could have possibly got. Chelsea Green is your new interim WWE Women's Champion. Absolutely massive. Absolutely could not be happier until you realise that Chelsea Green is no way going to beat Rhea Ripley and this reign isn't going to count. I mean, it shouldn't count. Like, not... Okay, it shouldn't count in the way of, like... How do I put it here? It's like, if they do interim properly, right? Chelsea Green's reign doesn't count if Rhea beats her for the Undisputed title, which is what I assume will happen, what we all assume will happen. So even though this is a massive moment, it doesn't mean anything. Which is like, again, one of those things when I said, yes, the adrenaline of the moment was massive. But as soon as that starts coming down again, and you realise the landscape of what's about to happen, it's kind of disappointing. So, I mean, hopefully they pull a swerve and Chelsea Green beats Rhea Ripley. It would be huge again. But again, I can't see it happening. It's probably going to happen on like a random SmackDown as well. They're not going to do it on a pay-per-view. So, you know, if Rhea's okay for Crown Jewel, but Chelsea's still interim champion, and I assume Liv will still be Women's World Champion, do we get a triple threat match for the Crown Jewel Championships? That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, no. Could not be happier for Chelsea. Big Chelsea Green fan, like everybody else. I just know where this is heading, and we're all going to get pissed off at this eventually when it just doesn't count, because what they'll do is they won't say, oh, well, Chelsea Green's reign still counts. They'll go, oh, no, Rhea was champion the whole time because she won the Undisputed match. And then it's just fucking on Chelsea Green again. I do apologise if that last part was really intolerable. I kind of mansplained everything, which wasn't great from me. I'm kind of tired. It is like 2:30 a.m. here when I'm recording this. I don't know when it'll get out. It took me 2 hours to edit the SummerSlam video last night because the audio kept messing up. So hopefully it won't be the case tonight. But yeah, I'm a bit tired, so do forgive me. So I do apologise for the rant I just went on. If you didn't like it, I do apologise. But hopefully it makes sense. Anyway, on to... Oh, wait, no. No, it's not Better Things, no. Following that, we have Dumhausen defeating Dominic Mysterio. You know, only the future of WWE, losing to, you know, some, you know, criminal who, you know, tried to assassinate somebody live on pay-per-view. But we'll get to that. We will get to that. But a dumb stipulation for a dumb match for a dumb guy called Danhausen. On a pole match, just no appealing to me to this at all. This was the worst match of the weekend by far. This was just... It wasn't even silly bollocks in like the fun way it was at Backlash. It was just rubbish. I'm generally at a point where I can't be arsed with Danhausen anymore. Maybe because I'm not like 8. But, you know, I just couldn't be bothered. Torito Hausen. Well, shit. You know, it's just not great. They tried to cheat to get the W. They had all the minions go after the money. That's not right. That is a bit like James Ellsworth winning Money in the Bank for Carmella. And that was received brilliantly at the time. But yeah, I was just sat there waiting for the next bit of bullshit to go down. And yet Joe Hendry got involved, even though Dominic and JD didn't attack Joe Hendry. Not to start off with, pardon me. It was that boxer guy. I don't even know. I can't remember his name. He was that irrelevant. That's who Joe Hendry should be targeting, not the famous Dominic Mysterio and JD Madonna. And then, yeah, we saw Danhausen curse Dominic Mysterio and try to assassinate him. He tried to explode Dominic Mysterio. That's crazy. The only person who should be making Dominic Mysterio explode is Liv Morgan. And yet, Danhausen tried to kill him on pay-per-view. Will there be any repercussions from Adam Pearce for that? Probably not. Any repercussions from Nick Aldis? Probably not. Triple H, you want to get involved? That's at least a suspension. You know, you tried to kill somebody. No, of course not. Oh, it's all a bit of fun. Honestly, pure trash. I hated it. I hope that Danhausen gets the fuck away from the Judgment Day and Dominic Mysterio can start concentrating on being a main eventer. But it doesn't seem like he's going to go that way because Dominic Mysterio is just a laughingstock at the minute and it's friggin' disgraceful. You know, Dominic Mysterio, like Oberfemi, like Bron Breakker, like Carmelo Hayes, like Trick Williams, should be getting set up to be in the main event within the next 5 years, and instead he's doing bullshit with like this. It's ridiculous. Anyway, another rant over, I promise. The next thing is a positive, I promise you. But Chad Gable defeats Penta to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Much, much deserved for Chad Gable. Fantastic match as well. This was a wrestling clinic. This was the wrestlers' wrestling match of the weekend, if you will. Great technical match. It was kind of technical wrestling in Chad Gable versus luchador stuff. Well, Lucha Libre from Penta, which worked really well. Always does between these two. I don't think these two have had a bad match at all. But this one was obviously the best of the bunch because there was obviously a lot on the line here. And yeah, there was just a lot of good stuff about this one. There was many nice transitions throughout this one. When it came, I mean, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. But there was a nice transition from the diving headbutt into the sacrifice. So Chad Gable went for a headbutt, and Penta like beautifully like transition, like changed his position. So then he did the sacrifice to his injured shoulder. Then we saw the Canadian or Mexican Destroyer into the ankle lock, that I thought was really good. And then later on, we saw the Destroyer into an ankle lock again. It was absolutely fantastic. We saw a beautiful moonsault from Chad Gable, which he always does really well. But yeah, just always really good. Great selling of the Destroyer from Chad Gable when he took it on the apron from Penta. And yeah, just fantastic. Another just, I don't know. This one was just great. This was a great wrestling match. I mean, as I said, as long wrestling purists have got their entertainment with this one alone. And yeah, another much-deserving championship win as far as Chad Gable getting the win. You could see how emotional he was. They brought his family in just to waste some time before Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. But yeah, fantastic moment. Absolutely loved it. Well deserved, Chad Gable. If you're going to do another open challenge, this is where you do it. Chad Gable wrestling every week. Yes, please. And then we get to the main event. Where, okay, this is where I get really mixed about how I felt about this. Because, I was backing Seth Rollins no matter what. You guys, hopefully, saw my predictions video. Or you saw the Wrestling Breakdown Uncut where I said, pardon me, I do apologise for the burping. But I said multiple times, I'm backing Seth to win this match because I just want him to win. It's personal preference down to a T. And I could not have been more invested in this match if I'd tried. I was literally stood up the entire time watching it. And yeah, like, I don't know, we'll get to the result. I'm going to go through my notes of what I enjoyed about the match. Then we'll get to why I absolutely hate Roman Reigns. No, I don't absolutely hate Roman Reigns. I just hate the position that we're in with Roman Reigns. But no, I really liked how Roman Reigns was kind of being outdone by Seth Rollins to start the match off. Seth Rollins obviously knows Roman Reigns very well, but also Rollins is the well, he's the better technical wrestler, and he is the best technical wrestler in WWE. So that makes sense to a degree. I liked how there was essentially no rules for the majority of this one. The referee was being incredibly lenient, which we absolutely need for World Championship matches, especially to the caliber of this one. I was absolutely fine with the match starting off slowly, and then it eventually built up to be the fantastic match that it absolutely was. I loved how they did the callbacks to Jon Moxley. They did what I now call the paradigm shift, but was the Dirty Deeds in WWE, and Rollins did the thing in the ropes where he springs in and springs back out again for a clothesline, but I can't remember what they called it. Rollins was in the guillotine for a long time. I thought the spear after the guillotine was going to be it, but luckily it wasn't. Or maybe it should have been, I don't know. But it was a really good finish overall. So, love the callbacks to Jon Moxley. I like how they did, he was represented by the mask. And yeah, they did the whole fist in the middle thing at the end. It was great. Oh, Roman Reigns, man. Roman Reigns. Am I disappointed? Absolutely. Like, I mean, I'm a massive Seth Rollins fan. Absolutely love Seth Rollins. Best wrestler in WWE by, like him and Io. I've said multiple times, best two wrestlers in ring by a country mile. I mean, only Gunther gets like close, and maybe Lyra. But I am so used to this Roman Reigns wins again, lol. You know when people used to get really pissed off at John Cena winning again, lol. This is what this feels like. This is what this is, except John Cena actually stuck around afterwards. He would win and then be on Raw on Monday. Then the Monday after that, and then the Monday after that, and then the Monday after that. Whereas we have seen Roman's schedule for the next couple of months. And it's what, 5 to 7 appearances between now and October? 3 months of just never around. Why make him world champion? This time last year, Roman Reigns was having just a singles reign with Bronson, a singles run with Bronson Reed. They had a couple of matches on pay-per-view. It was great. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Why does he need to be world champion? Why not have Seth be around as world champion, facing whoever on Raw? Roman can face other people on Raw or SmackDown. You know, we don't need him around. And the thing is that I know the Roman cooks online that love his matches, and they'll get one off to his matches every night before they go to bed. They're the ones that are going to be like, oh, we hate CM Punk as champion. We hate Cody as champion. It's always the same champions all the time. But we love Roman Reigns. Well, you know what? I'd rather have CM Punk or Cody Rhodes being champion consistently, but them be around, than have Roman as champion all the time and him barely be there. Like, Roman can quite easily have singles feuds without having to be around all the time. He's done it before, he can do it again. He doesn't need to be world champion. At least Seth Rollins will be around all the time, because we know he will be. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm massively disappointed. At this point, the thing is, I'm used to the bullshit part-time champion stuff now. It started in 2017, 2018 with Brock Lesnar. And now we're here with Roman Reigns. And then we'll probably be the next guy. And then the next guy after that. And it's pointless and it's silly to complain about it. But the fact that probably the most consistent championship in WWE right now is the United States Championship. Because even Penta's run was kind of dwindling a little bit come to the end. And it's just been won by a bum in Baron Corbin. So then what? I mean, is it even the Women's Championship? Obviously, Rhea's not been doing much. Liv hasn't done much either. Like, it really isn't great as far as championships goes. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be too negative because I don't like being negative. It's just that when we have champions that aren't around, like people moaning about Rhea Ripley. I mean, obviously, it's worse when it's like Liv Morgan, where she's around all the time and isn't defending. That's like the worst. But yeah, it's when we got world champions that are never around, so we got to wait for them and wait for them. Then we get the graphics. Oh, this person's returning. Was like, yeah, thank God for that. But I don't know, it's annoying. But also, I'm a massive Seth Rollins fan, so of course I'm going to be annoyed at this. But as I said, like, you know, I don't know, it's annoying. It's just, I don't want to go too far into this, because I know that people all fucking come at me online and stuff, and it's fine. I know, like, you know, people are, how they are online. But, yeah, I don't, I'm disappointed with the result. The match, though, right, the main positive was, I enjoyed this match more than I did the Roman and Punk match at WrestleMania. I'm giving this one a 10 out of 10. I loved this match. I was massively invested. I was shouting. I was stood up. I was pacing around. It made me incredibly stressed. And that's what I like. I like wrestling matches that make me stressed, because it means that I'm massively invested and I'm enjoying the match. That's why I enjoyed this triple threat with Gunther, Cody and Sami so much. So, yeah. Absolutely loved the match. Disappointed with the result. But overall, as a night, it was fairly disappointing, I'm not going to lie. So, those are my thoughts and opinions on SummerSlam 2026 Night 2. As I said, big positives. Kevin Owens coming back. Gunther getting added to the match. Chelsea Green winning the interim championship. The match of the night in Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Match of the weekend being Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. But the negatives to be in, Roman won. Chelsea Green's title isn't going to mean anything when Rhea comes back. Chad Gable, another big positive about this night, him winning the Intercontinental Championship finally. Dumhausen doing what he does best and just messing things up and just being silly, stupid bollocks that I can't be arsed with. Dom taking another loss to a bum. Baron Corbin beating Trick Williams sucks. So yeah, a few positives, a few negatives, very up and down kind of night. I'm curious to see what you guys think overall. If you are one of them Roman Reigns cooks, please don't come after me. I'm just annoyed that Rollins lost. It shows passion. It's passion on my part. It's nothing against you guys. You guys are passionate for Roman Reigns. I'm passionate about Seth Rollins. It's just one of those things. I don't mean any offense, kind of. No, check it. I don't mean any offense. Please don't come after me. Don't cancel me. I'm just joking around. Apart from Danhausen, I hate that guy a lot. And Sami Zayn, I hate that guy even more than Danhausen. But anyway, other than those two, it was fine. Overall, SummerSlam. I don't know. It was a pretty good SummerSlam, I think, overall. Like, it got a lot of big reactions out of me. I enjoyed both nights in the moment. It was just when stuff got coming down that I started really thinking about stuff, where I started getting annoyed at stuff. So, yeah, I think they're both very much enjoyable. I'd probably give it a... What did I give WrestleMania? I can't remember what I gave WrestleMania overall. I know Royal Rumble's like been my favourite WWE pay-per-view so far. It wasn't as good as Rumble. I'd probably put it about level with WrestleMania. I think, no, because WrestleMania was really hard to watch. It's probably the second or third best pay-per-view of the year so far, because Backlash was pretty fun as well. I'm just thinking, like, I'm not even got a script in front of me, I'm just talking, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, do let me know in the comments down below what you thought of SummerSlam overall, and what you thought of Night 2 as well. And yeah, lots of stuff coming up on the channel as well. Here is predictions for AEW Grand Slam Mexico 2026 coming up tomorrow. There is my CWR Top 100 wrestlers, so it's pretty much just my top 100 wrestlers right now. that carries on. We've got 92 and 93 coming out soon as well as my top 10 steel cage matches coming out in a couple weeks as well in the lead up to lockdown. So yeah, a lot of coverage coming up. There's TNA coverage as well of lockdown that's coming up soon. I know that TNA isn't the most popular thing right now, but I want to try and cover it because I like wrestling. And then, yeah, there'll be coverage of All In soon as well, which I'll be going to. So do say hello to me if you see me down there. Actually, don't. I'm really awkward. Actually, no, do. Do, maybe. I don't know. It's up to you. But, yeah, do subscribe. Do like the video if you enjoyed it. I'm sorry it's a bit of a loose cannon one. I am very tired. And I tried to take notes during matches and stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed it for the most part. And, yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.